Welcome to the HR Empowerment Podcast, where we will uncover strategies and new insights from HR professionals who discuss up-to-date regulations, best practices, and the most pressing topics like diversity and equity, leadership, dealing with difficult situations, and much more that affect your bottom line and business. Thanks for joining us.
Hey, everybody. Welcome back. It's our series 5 of our session with the amazing Dr. Vin Moret. Hi, how you doing? Welcome back.
Hey, good. Thanks, Wendy.
Thank you. Hey, JC up there in Buffalo.
Aloha, and welcome to the Friday episode.
Friday. Love it. Hey, before we jump into talking a little bit more about empathy and connection, I did want to ask our guest a question on rituals. And what the heck does that even mean? So talk to us about that.
Yeah, well, I'm just going to do a callback to when we talked about people's nervous systems being regulated. Our nervous systems appreciate consistency, and ritual is a way to create consistency and also meaning and purpose, right? So we talked, I think in our first episode, we talked about making mistakes. And I'll just share that a ritual that I had at my company was in our weekly staff meeting. We had this ritual of celebrating a mistake, celebrating your best mistake of the week. And that it had so many good benefits, right? It added that consistency for folks. They knew that was going to happen every week. It was a ritual that we did, but it also really made space for a growth mindset, right? In terms of the content. So we're celebrating mistakes, and it's the culture that's created when you celebrate a mistake is it's not brittle. It's resilient, right? There's some flexibility because we know that we are committed as a company to growing through our mistakes. And so there's other rituals of connection that we can have. We can make a practice of saying hello, good morning to those we lead, and saying good night. We can make practices at the end of the week. We can have any type of ritualized action that has a kind of a rhythm to it. And so that could be daily, weekly, quarterly, yearly, right? And so we're not just like tracking for meeting our goals or the things that we're committing to, but we're also tracking maybe ritual celebrations, right? Of like celebrating someone's employment, but just like these things that give more meaning, I think are really important for people's job satisfaction when they feel that they are fulfilling their life purpose by being at this position.
Yeah. And you know what, this actually goes right into what we're also going to talk about empathy and connection. I mean, and not for nothing, but since most of our viewers our listeners are HR, wearing the HR hat, what do I say all the time? Consistency. So this goes right in there. I mean, in HR, we have to be consistent so we don't get sued. But I think JC had a thought he wanted to jump in on too.
Yeah, I do. When we think about those rituals and we think about some of the methodologies that are really promoted in the workplace nowadays, I know there's still a fight in the HR realm about being adaptive to agile HR, but depending on if we where we sit within operations, we might be more adept to an agile mindset nowadays than anywhere else that we've ever been in our working careers. And when we think about agile rituals, let it be daily stand-ups and scrums, sprint planning, sprint reviews, sprint retrospectives, backlog refinement, these are standardized rituals associated with our work. So then if we infuse our standardized rituals with respect and kindness and some of the other things that we're talking about, and rising to a different level, it allows us and affords us the opportunity for at least 5 defined opportunities where we aren't just participating in a ritual that's work related, but then we also convert that into something that could be even a little bit more enhancing to our overall well-being, taking our that consistency into a different realm for our nervous system. I don't know. I'm just pitching ideas. What do you think, Doc?
Yeah, I think that's right. I'm thinking about in my family, we have a ritual of gratitude every night. And so before dinner, we hold hands and we say 3 things we're grateful for. And we've done it for years and years with our kids, right? And it is exactly what you're speaking about. It's like, it's work, you're at work. So you want to be, you don't want to bare your soul, but like, how can we make our workspaces feel more human? How can we make them feel more meaningful?
Yeah, I love it. I absolutely love it. And the gratitude, when you were talking in the last episode, I was just thinking about something that happened to me the other day. It's just out having a cocktail, listening to a band, after lunch on Sunday, and sat next to somebody that I've kind of met before, but don't really know. And we were chatting, and she turns to me and says, "So what good has happened? Tell me something positive that happened to you this week." And I was like, "Oh man, I love this. This was amazing." My friend that was with me was like, "Oh, I had a really, really, really bad week." And I said, "I did too. Like, I had a rough week." And I was like, "No, let's sit here and let's answer her." And we both felt like so good afterwards, and I think that's what you mean by like rituals and consistency of, even when you're having the worst time ever, hopefully you're going to get through it, and you could think of something that good that happened, even though a lot of bad things happened.
Value individuals and interactions over just standard processes and regular work stuff. I don't know.
Yeah.
That's right. I was going to say my son, who's Gen Z, how he answers his phone is, "What's good?" That's his greeting. "What's good?"
I'm vibing with that.
I can imagine a work ritual of like, "What's good?"
Every time I hit the bodega when I'm done, I just say, "Be well" on my way out. It's just hands down. Like, I'm vibing with that.
Yeah, I love it. I absolutely love it. Hey, Dr. Vin, how can people find you and connect with you?
Yeah, people can find me on Substack, Pavani Moray, substack.com. They can also buy my book, How to Hold Power, A Somatic Approach to Becoming a Leader People Love and Respect.
I love it. And your book is on Amazon. So just look up How to Hold Power. It's got a cool cover too. Other than that, JC, any final words?
Nope.
Awesome. This has been amazing. I'm definitely going to check you out and get that book too. I already loaded it into my Amazon cart, to be honest. So thank you so much for coming today.
So much.
This has been very helpful, and just a reminder to focus on the good and to be okay with making mistakes, no matter how bad they are. And to let other people, explain things if you don't understand them, but you have to ask in a nice way. So everybody, thanks for listening to our 5-part series. We're always looking for feedback on the program. If you have any ideas of what you want to hear about, just shoot me an email, wendy@thehrlady.com. We hope this information has been helpful. It's been helpful to me. Thanks for joining us. Take care.
Thank you for joining the HR Empowerment Podcast, brought to you by Aurora Training Advantage. We hope you've gained new insight and strategies to navigate the HR profession. We look forward to you joining us again on the HR Empowerment Podcast.